y'all, and welcome back to the Marjorie Touch. So I'm hoping you guys got a chance to fill me out or get to know me, and if you haven't, definitely check out my last video. But today I'm gonna be in my bag. Ugh. Literally. So let's get into it. So this week I decided that it'll be pretty cool to show you guys what's in my backpack, because a lot of people always ask, Marge, what's in this big old bag of yours? And I have essentials, so let's get into it. So first thing I'm going to do is open this little compartment here and show you guys what's in there. So first thing I have, it's my school ID. We got to have it with us when we're entering the buildings if we want to use the gym. So if we want to get into the parking garage. Got my breath mints because you never know when you need a little, a kick. I think icebreakers are the best because they're super strong, especially after lunch because, sometimes our lunches be having onions in it. So that would help. I still have wired headphones. Judge me if you want. I don't know. As much as people try to get me on AirPods, I know myself too well. And I know I'll lose it in about 2 minutes after I buy it. So no AirPods for me. I have my index cards, so I don't really use too many written index cards, but I try to do them for things that's not sticking. So maybe before bed, I'll just go through it quickly. And let's see what we have here. Let's actually ask you guys a question. So the card that I picked out is this, late dumping. So I just finished my GI system in med school. So this is related to GI and it has to do with some type of surgery. So comment below what this has to do with, and maybe there'll be something in store for you if you get it right. So definitely comment below and we'll see if you can get it right. And again, this is late dumping, and just a hint, I just finished my GI system. Well, the GI system in med school. I have some more index cards. I don't know. There's no specific color I use to it. Maybe I'll start, maybe not. But I just like having color, And I have some earplugs. Earplugs. So basically I use these sometimes when I'm studying, if I don't feel like using my headphones, or definitely during an exam. When I'm in the exam room, I'm noticing a lot of people are always squeaking and moving around in their chair, and it drives me nuts. So definitely got to have my AirPods on deck. Definitely got to have my AirPods on deck. AirPods, look, what's that, fraudulent slip is that? No, I gotta have my earplugs on deck, so those definitely help. All right, so that's basically everything in this front. And sorry I didn't introduce you to my bag. This is just a Nike bag I got from Amazon. It was about like $40 or $50, so not too bad. And I had Nike bags before, so these bags are pretty sturdy. All right, next up I have my lotion. So I like having my good scented lotion. This is Versace Bright Crystal. The only thing with these lotions is that it feels super watery sometimes. So gotta have my super moisturizing lotion with me too. This is Gold Bond Ultimate Skin Therapy Healing Cream. And let me tell you, it does the job. Listen, get a little nippy out. Let me check. My hands is good. You need to make sure the ash is gone. So yeah. I have my wallet and, just have the basics, license, health insurance, all these cards. I have my business cards on, so official. But yeah, like to have my wallet with me. All right, I have my charger. To be honest, I don't really need these because at PC1 they have different charging lockers, and they also have chargers that you can check out. So if in doubt, I always know there's going to be a charger available for me at the school, but never know when an emergency will happen, so I just like to have them with me. Next, I have my glasses. So these are actually reading glasses. I look a little bit more smart. They just sharpen, you see the flashback, but here we go. They sharpen my vision a little bit, and when I'm in the library for long hours, I like wearing them. I actually had LASIK eye surgery. I think it was 1 or 2 years ago. If you guys want to know more information about that, definitely comment below. Best decision of my life, I'll say. But so I don't need these glasses, but they definitely help, especially with driving at night and just, you know, if I'm in front of the computer for a while, like putting them on. Next, I have my keys. Gotta have your keys with you. I gotta get home, get in the house. What else is in here? Oh, I have my external hard drive. Need this because there's not enough room on my laptop for my wonderful YouTube videos that you guys are watching. This is some PCOM swag that they gave us. I know it's corny to call it swag, but they're kind of like highlighters, not really. They're these crayon highlighters that I like to use in my notes. It just makes things a lot more colorful. Like I said, I like my things colorful and lively. I'm a visual and kinesthetic learner. And kinesthetic learning meaning that I write a lot of things out. So I like having color there because if I'm always reading things just in black, it just becomes a drag. Like, ugh. Next, I have my clicker. So these are usually done, used in class. So what they would do is that on the presentation screen, they would have a question on board and we have to answer. It's multiple choice. We have A through E to pick, and it's cool because it shows a bar graph of where different students thought the answer was. So if, let's say, 50 students thought the answer was C, then you'll see the chart, like, you know, you guys know what I mean. I'm not too good with math, but you get the point. And that's everything in my second compartment. So go to the last one. I know my bag's big. I don't gotta remind me. It's okay. I'm important stuff in here. All right. So first thing I see is my headphones. So these I always bring with me every day, especially since I'm in the library for a while. These are the Beats Solo, I believe. No, Beats Studio, my bad. So I like the Beats Studio because I feel like it has a good fit over my ears. It's pretty comfortable. It's noise canceling. I used to have the Beats Studio, and I used to have the Beats Solo, and I actually still have a pair, but I don't really like using them for studying because the earmuff around it, this part is a lot smaller for the solos and for the studio, so they start to annoy my ear after having them on for a couple hours. And that's not always the case. I have a couple friends who love wearing them, but I personally love the studios. Like, studios are that for me. Next thing I have is this little pouch that I usually keep with me everywhere I go into school. Usually if I'm in school for a while, I will leave my backpack in the library, go to class. Yeah, I do it. And school's pretty trusting, so I know my stuff will be there fine. I don't leave everything there now, but I can leave my backpack there. But when I'm just walking around school, I like to have this bag with me. It just has a lot of miscellaneous stuff. So I have my lip gloss, because you know my lip gloss is popping. Okay. I have a leave just because you never know when you'll have a headache, so it's good to just have some handy. I have Vaseline because, you know, you gotta have moist lips, like my lip gloss. I have Summer Ease package just in case I have to refresh after being in school for a while. Right, and I have Stay Awake Equate brand caffeine tablets. So for caffeine tablets, I like using these sometimes, not all the time. If I need an extra boost of energy, if I don't feel like getting coffee, this is basically coffee, but it's more potent. So that's why it's not always best to take these regularly. But you can buy these at Target, at Walmart. At Walmart it's cheaper, so I like getting it from Walmart. And they work pretty well, so I like keeping them on me. But again, I wouldn't recommend using them all the time. And honestly, if you don't drink coffee, don't even look into doing it. Just do what you're doing, because I personally think I may have a physical dependence on caffeine, which is not good. All right, next I have NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. You know, never know who's gonna pop up into the school. I have I have all the stuff in it. I have my eyebrow pencil just in case. You never know who's gonna pop up in the school. I have chapstick. I should have a lot of chapstick in here. Hold on. All right, so I have like 5 chapsticks. I don't know why I have so many here. Just because your lips can never be too moist, and I don't like being caught, like, you know, looking dry and whatnot. My favorite one I would have to say is Carmex, because it's kind of like Blistex. It's super moisturizing. It doesn't dry my lips out, and it lasts for a long time. So next, I have this lip cream, and I would say this is one of my favorites. I think every girl, well, not every girl, but I would highly recommend to have this in your makeup collection. It's called Too Faced Melted Matte. It's a nice burgundy color. It was actually the lip color I was wearing last week, if you want to compare it to anything. And this is by far the best burgundy lip color that I have found. So I would recommend this. Next, I have lipstick Wet n Wild Cherry Bomb. That's this color. So much lipstick in here. I have my mirror, just in case if it, is it broken? Okay, here we go. You know, during the day, I got Marge still like that. Okay. All right, I'm stop. And I have, what is this? Oh, eye pencil, just in case you never know if someone's gonna come to school. And lastly, I have this essential. So I'm gonna put you guys on game. This is called Poo Pourri. So a lot of people don't really like talking about poop. And like I mentioned before, I just finished my last GI session for medical school. This is my 2nd year. And so one of the things about Poo Pourri is that you spray it before you use the bathroom. And of course, you gotta lay down the essentials, lay down and protect the toilet, put the toilet paper all over, make sure it's good. And it doesn't smell after you use it.
In the bathroom.
And trust me, I used to think before, like, this ain't gonna work. This is like the Dollar Tree one, because my cheap self, like, there's one at Dollar Tree for $1. It don't work the same. This one I think is definitely worth the investment, because it is not healthy holding in your poop. Let me tell you, if you're in the school for a while, if you're at work for a while, and if you're eating lunch anywhere, here's something that I'll teach you guys. I'll put you on game. There's a reflex called the gastrocolic reflex, which is basically after you finish eating, there's gonna be a little stretch in your stomach, and that stretch is gonna tell your body that there's more food in there. We need a little bit more room in our colon, and you're gonna have to use the bathroom. That's natural. And also, if you hold in your poop, you're also allowing more water to be absorbed from that poop. And guess what? When you're absorbing water from the poop, it's making it more hard. What does that mean? You're gonna be constipated. And over time, what does that mean is that you may start forming out pouches in your colon, which isn't good. So you're like, Marge, what out pouches in our colon? What you talking about? So it usually happens when you're older, because it happens over time. If you're holding in your stool a lot, if you're not having a high fiber diet, you're not taking in enough fiber, that can start forming. And usually it's going to be asymptomatic with painless bleeding. So you have bleeding here or there. So how can it become worse is that those little out pouches that's sticking out can actually become infected over time. So when it becomes infected, that's when you start having more side effects, when you start having left lower quadrant pain, when you start having more blood in your stool. So let's just avoid all that together and use the restroom. So if you need to use the bathroom, you need to get yourself some Poo Pourri. Don't hold it in. And if you live close to school, if you need to run home, go do that. So I would definitely recommend this. Don't hold in your poop, basically. Like, let's be adults about this. I know when we were younger, like, pooing was like the worst thing on earth. Girls don't poop. That's not true. Use the restroom. And if you're gonna use it, use one where you know there's not gonna be a lot of people there if you're in a public place. So I will never use the lobby restroom. I know some people who switch buildings, because there's a lot of buildings around our school. I have a particular floor that I'm not gonna mention, because I know some of my PCOM heads watch my video. So, you know, you just wanna make sure that you're keeping yourself healthy, and that includes having to use the restroom as part of life. So if you weren't using it, that would be a problem. That would be more of a problem. Okay, so next next, I actually have my laptop. So I have a MacBook Pro 2017, and this is really like for notes. Let's see what's on it. I was probably watching a show. Yep, I was. But I do want to show you guys this thing that I use. This is called OneNote. Usually where I keep my notes on it. So I have it organized. I have my exam 2 material and the examples that I'll upload the slides, and super cool because I can highlight, I can write on the slides, I can write next to the slides. Don't mind my spelling mistakes. But yeah, basically I'm allowed to highlight, and it keeps me more, first off, it's kind of hard to keep up in class with what the professor is saying because I tried writing, I can't keep up. So I type, and being able to highlight, to actually draw arrows on the images kind of keeps me like super focused. So I'll definitely recommend that. And that's called OneNote. And I have my charger in here just in case I need it. Next, I have my planner. So have I used my planner? Sometimes I use it. I use it when I have a super busy week that's coming. I like to outline what's going to be happening so that I can stay prepared and less stressed. So here was like some of the entries that I had before. I put my schedules in here. I put what's going up. And I think having a planner is important for anything because you're not going to remember everything up here. Trust me. I'm at a point where I tell people if I don't write it down, it's not going to happen. If I don't write it down, I always warn people, send me a reminder because I will forget. I promise you, I'll try to say I'll remember, I'll forget. So I like having that around. Next, I have this book that is the epitome of my second year. USMLE Step 1. So like I mentioned before, I am a second year, and as a second year medical student, a lot of us, or all of us, are soon or are already preparing to take state board exams. So what are state board exams? State board exams are going to be basically 8-hour length exams, or they can vary, but I'm pretty sure it's 8 hours. It's going to be testing us on all the material we learned between our first and second year of medical school. It may seem like a lot, and it is, but again, you want to make sure that your doctor really knows what they're doing. And these exams are a way to really test the class to see if they're understanding the material that's going on. So that's going to be our first state board exams, and we have a couple more to take along the years. So one of the ways I'm studying for it is by using this book, USMLE Step 1. So basically, because I'm still in class, I annotate my notes in here. So here's an example of a page. So I would just highlight, write my notes in here, annotate, and it'll really allow me to merge what I'm learning in class and what's in boards. So I have a full image of everything I'm learning. I know nowadays sometimes a lot of students get caught up in grades like, I gotta get this A, gotta get this B, I gotta pass. Well, you need a pass, so let's bring that back. But you get so caught up in grades that you're forgetting, am I understanding the material, or I'm just learning this to pass the exam? And so studying for boards really allowed me to separate myself from that concept where it's just like, all right, Marge, do you understand the material? Because the thing with boards is that they're going to be testing your critical skills. They're going to be giving you patient presentations. When I said patient presentations, a question may be asked like, a 24-year-old African-American female presents to your office with these following pains. So you really need to be able to understand all the concepts you're learning to do well, because pure memorizing is not going to allow you to pass or get a good grade on board. So this big old book is what's really, you're shaking it up. This big old thing is really what's holding the weight of my backpack, to be honest. Next, I have Pathoma. So this book is basically going over the different pathologies that's in medicine. It's separated by system. So for example, I landed on a respiratory system, and it had micro slides of different images. In this case, it's of neonatal respiratory distress syndrome. So one of the things that I like about this book is that they're able to give me mnemonics that will help me remember some of the concepts that I'm learning. And again, I love color. if I read a simple textbook, I would fall asleep. I need to find ways to stay engaged, to study. Sometimes I even put memes in my own notes. That's how, like, I need to stay engaged, and it makes studying a lot more fun and durable by doing stuff like that. So this book is definitely a must-have if you're a medical student. Even if you're a grad student, I believe this would help with some of your classes. Of course, depending on why you're going to grad school. I personally got my master's in biomedical sciences, so I could see this book definitely helping. And if you guys would like a video on all the different resources I use in medical school, definitely let me know. Drop a comment down below. So next, I have my binder. So this is basically where I keep all my notes, my handwritten notes, my pictures are all in this book. Before, I used to actually use notebooks, and what I would do is split a page in half and write notes on it. But I started realizing that, one, that was taking too much time. Two, I wasn't really learning the material. I was learning it in one way, even though I was going to study groups. So now what I try to do is watch, and that's what these columns represent. I would check it off if I do it, but I would try to watch Boards and Beyond videos. I'll check if I did Anki, if I did second pass, if I did first passes, how many passes I'm doing, my final review. So how some of my notes look like is that this is the printed PowerPoints, you know. I put 6 to slide because it costs money to print. A girl broke, so I do that. I have my written notes. So with my notes, I like doing a lot of charts. I like comparing and contrasting. I even have some pictures here. I did like a triangle chart, and these are the different treatments for IBS. Particularly, this was for Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. So, like I said, we learn all things GI. And a question for you guys again is, let's say if a patient had Crohn's and their 5-ASA was no longer working. And when I say ASA, that is amino salicylic acid. I hope I said that right. I will double check and put the word here. But let's say if that wasn't working, what would you put them on and why? Short term and long term. And again, if you're from PC1, no cheating. You can't answer this because I know you already know. You should know, and we do know. And let's see if you guys got that right. But I like doing stuff like that, having different notes. I have different images of stuff, my handwritten stuff. If you guys would like to learn a little bit more about how I study, please let me know below too. And again, I don't want to make this just all med school based, even a good amount maybe, just because I am a medical student at this moment. If you want me to relate it to undergrad, to grad school, to different grad programs and how I study, I'll definitely do that for you. Just let me know below and comment. All right, next, I have my 3-hole puncher because I have a binder. It's a little broke, but it still works, so that's good. And I am missing them. Give me 1 minute. I'm back. All right, so I realized I was missing something major, and I would have been super mad if I got to school and I noticed I didn't have it. It's my pencil case. So with all the beautiful notes I write, I have my pencil case with me, and I can't tell you, this is filled with so many different color pens, with Post-its, and here, my watch is in here. I don't know why. Okay, I was looking for that. I have my stapler, my eraser. So yes, a little bit of a nerd. This is full to the rim, but I just enjoy, like I said, having a lot of visuals. I'm a visual learner. I like keeping things colorful and bright. So I have all that, and I believe that's everything that was in my bag. So y'all had me in my bag literally. Oh wait, I have one more thing. Look, I do have my water. Cause some of y'all need to drink your water, mind your business, okay? I'm just playing with you guys. But again, thank you so much for tuning in to see what's in my bag. You almost have me in my bag, literally. But again, let me know what you think about this video. It's my second video, so I've been taking a lot of your feedback and trying to use it. So let me know below. And for my next video, tune in and keep watching to see when I'm gonna release it. And for all you guys, love, peace, and happiness. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Love you guys. Bye.